This is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong with them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I started there. Remember when me tell you say I started there. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a prosperous. But the way you go like a papa nuku. But then the way you me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi samiro. Me tell you what I dey. For me the plan and the rest of man I tell you what I am. Me never give up. Me tell them
heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, will never be apart. They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front. Without food, without guns. For our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes. We want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history, that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bummed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now if not you? You died at Mali, 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 Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes of our fallen heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause we to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire, yeah.
They paid the ultimate price. Yeah. They died for the freedom of my unborn child. Yeah. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget Yeah, you know what it is.
It's like I'm looking at myself
We
in the
must
mirror.
revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Akara m ihe mbe na-eme mbe si ma achọrọ ofu ukwu ehi ma nke ọzọ mụ achọrọ ihe niile ma ụkwụ ya ma aka ya ma isi ya ma olu ya anyị ga-adọbiri wee pụọ na nke onwe anyị tighata azụ etu anyị nọ tupu ndị ọcha wee bịa ebe a nwa aha obodo ebe a nwe ndị mmadụ n'ime tupu nwa bekee si ebe o si hapụ obodo ya ọ bịa ebe a ọkpọrọ onye nke ọkpọrọ okeke ọkpọrọ okafọ dakata anyị isi ọ sị n'ụbọchị nke taa na anya aha anyị wusi Naijiria anyị na-aza aha na-enweghị omimi n'ime ya ihe ngwa gị gbasị biko kọwara m ihe Naijiria pụtara enwepụghị kọwara m ọmụa ga-aza aha osimiri ka osimiri ga-aza aha mụnwa n'ihi ihe anyị na-ekwuwu na ebe arụgidere ụlọ a na ọ jọgburu onwe ya ọ dịghị mma Naijiria agaghị emekọtanwu ihe ọzọ ihe ọjọọ emego n'obodo a arụ emego egbugo ndị be anyị aka na-egbukwa anyị ndị Fulani wee chere na mabata be anyị ka na-egbukwa ndị be anyị ruo ụtụtụ echi a na-asị m na ọ ga-adị mma oge ọ na-ekwu ka nwee mmekọrịta bụ nke ndị iro kọ nke ndị ụmụnne ha egosighị anyị ọtụtụ mgbe na ha kpọrọ anyị asị onye ajụrụ ajụ na-ajụ onwe ya ha jụrụ anyị aja ama njụ onwe anyị agbanyeghị na anyị nwe ngwa ahịa n'ugwu Awụsa agbanyeghị na anyị na-azụ ahịa ebe niile dị iche iche na-eme nke ọma kama onye gara ndụ kpakụ onye ire rie niile ọ Ndụbụisi ka anyị na-ekwu okwu ya ka echeghata azụ ebe a ruo obodo anyị ka o wee maa mma wee karịa obodo ndị ọcha na mma ọhịa anyị na-arịọ nwekwe na ugwu nwee nkwanye ugwu n'ime onwe anyị ọnwa anyị pụọ n'iro a na-etigbu anyị pụọ n'iro okwu okwu asị ọ bụ gịnị ma anyị ji wee ekwu okwu ọnwụ ihe ndị a ka anyị sị na anyị agaghị anabatakwa ya ọzọ
akụkọ a kọrọ anyị bụ na ọkụkọ na ewu agaghị nzukọ ụmụ anụmanụ a na-emezi mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ịchụ aja ejiri ọkụkọ maọbụ ewu chụ aja mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ime ka Naijiria dị n'otu enwe ha na-eto esi wee kpam akpụrụ ndị Igbo ọ pụtara na anyị bụ ọkụkọ maọbụ ewu ka ọ pụtara na anyị agaghị nzukọ mere ya bụ ihe ji eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo ụdị na ọbara ndị Igbo ahụ kpafu n'obodo Naijiria karịa
ọ bụ site na akpọmasị ihe na-eme anyị dịka ihe mere ndị ji oge mgbe gara aga etu akụ ka mba niile dị iche iche ji kpọọ ụmụ Izrel asị a na-egbu ha a na-egbu ha afọ niile aka na-egbu ha o wee ruo oge ugbu anyị asị na ogbugbu a na-egbu anyị na ọ dịghị anyị mma ọ ka mma na onwe ihe kwegbuo anyị wu nwere onwe njem a nke anyị na-aga kama na na-esi etete n'ụtụtụ asị na onwe onye gburu ebe a onwe ha na-ekwu okwu odo na onye onye n'aka ụkọchukwu n'ugwu Awụsa ebepụ isi ọnwụghị ofu ugboro ọnwụghị ugboro abụọ ọnwụghị ugboro atọ ọnwụghị ugboro anọ ọ bụ ruo ole mgbe ka a ga-egbugide anyị wee rue anyị asị mba na anyị ga-aga ka anyị nwee ike wee nwere onwe anyị ọ ka mma na anyị nwụrụ ebe anyị na-azọ nwere onwe tụbụ na anyị nọ n'ụlọ etu a mmadụ bụ mabata n'ime ụlọ mbịa gbupụ m isi a sị na-achọghị ụdị nka ọ bụghị anyị maka a ga-eji wee chụọ àjà ọzọ
onye si na ya ga-ata anyị ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fe arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị iwe were iwe gị na ọmụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị konye ka ọ gaa ubi ga arụ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọya nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo sịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo sịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị agaghị isi n'efu ndị iro anyị anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro dị na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tetu ozu ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe mmiri Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe ruo ememiri Fero site otu a mee ka Fero ka ọ guzo n'ihu ụmụ ndị anyị ga-ebido wee taa akọkọ igiri ọtọ ọzọ
Chineke ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị n'oge mmalite n'oge ọgwụgwụ kama anyị nwe anyị bụ anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama ma akpọ na okwu gị na-anọgide ego mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe na-ekebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on another evening section. I appreciate everyone that has connected wherever you are connecting from. Like and share the program to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to those who are close to you. We are here for our evening program. I will not take much of your time. We will be as fast as we can to do our program so that people can go and have their rest. Today we discuss about a very important issue and we continue to elaborate on that we discussed in the morning. If you want to have the full detail of the message, you can go to the morning program and you will be able to digest what we discussed about in the morning. So for those who are joining us, wherever you are joining from, remember that in this platform, we don't come here for blackmail, for propaganda. We don't come here to attack anybody. We don't come here for any form of propaganda against any religion or race. What we do here is to present Biafra to the world, to speak the truth and nothing but the truth, and that is what we will continue to do. So as you join us, invite somebody also to join on the program. We are going to be as fast as possible. A lot of things have been happening. Remember, the case of the main market is still on, and Biafrans are still resisting, still standing their ground, while we are here also encouraging them the best way we can. So as we encourage them to do their best, we will also be here and we'll be doing our own parts. I appreciate everyone that spent their time to join us. I appreciate you. And in the morning, we discussed about the Liberation Army of Biafra, and we continue to congratulate them. We continue to appreciate them. I played the video of the Liberation Army of Biafra in the morning. That is the topic we have throughout today. We have heard from them. Every one of us, so many of us have seen the videos that they made. It is not new. There is nothing new that I'm going to say here or play. I played the part of the video in the morning, and I'm not going to replay it again this evening, except if necessary. So the most important thing is that our Liberation Army, that the government of Nigeria lie against, they are very much alive and well. So many people have been spreading different kinds of speculations. Some have been saying different kinds of things in their own way. Some will tell you it is AI. Some will tell you it is BC. Some will tell you this and tell you that. So people have their different agenda and different things that they believe. But that does not change the truth. That does not change the truth. The most important thing we know is that the Liberation Army of Biafra are very much alive and well, and they are sound. And we thank Chukwu Okike for bringing them back to us, for making it possible for them to survive the attack against them. It is not easy. It is not easy. So where we are today is that everybody should pay attention to what he or she is supposed to do. If you know the area that you are good at, please continue to do it. If you are in defense, continue to defend. If you are in diplomatic side, continue to pursue your diplomatic path. Whichever role you are playing, just make sure you focus on that. So this is not the time for attacking one person or the other. This is not the time for propaganda or blackmail. It's a time to focus and Mazin Nandekana have given instruction for everyone to work together. We are going to work together. When we talk about working together, he is talking about the unity of purpose. The lawyer used that word, unity of purpose. Unity of purpose does not mean that we will be in the same group. Unity of purpose does not mean that we will have the same opinion. It doesn't mean we'll have the same ideas. You are entitled to have your different opinion. You are entitled to have your different idea. You are entitled to belong to any group where your heart convinces you that this is the group I be. Just be there and support them as much as you can. We need to support each other, pray for one another, continue to encourage them. It's not easy. They have passed through a lot. These are people that have fought for a very long time and continue to fight. No matter the disagreements, no matter whatever transpired, you don't appreciate whatever that you had, you didn't like. It is high time we move on into 2026 and continue to focus on the Zoological Republic. So before we continue, let me allow this music to play, a kind of music to appreciate them. I played this in the morning. I have to play it again to use it to appreciate them for their good work. So we must continue to appreciate them.
Temple himself. In general, you're welcome to our barrack. One, sir. The Igwe Mutuzo, the general himself of Biafran Armed Forces. We welcome you, sir. Gallant man. Gallant man.
Thank you for waiting and patiently listening. It is a music to encourage them and encourage every Biafrans to continue to stand strong. This is a very difficult time for us. It's a time for us to support each other. It's a time for us to hold hands together. It's a time for us to stand together in this phase of trial. As we are speaking, an information came in that Soludo Seibo in Anambra State is planning to demolish the main market on Onitsha. Soludo is planning to demolish the main market on Onitsha. And he is conniving with the chairman of the market. You know, for a long time, people have complained that Soludo chose his friend, one of his friends, as the chairman of the market. So the person that is chairman of the market is an ally of Soludo, and he chose them by himself without allowing the people to make their decision. He didn't allow them. So the news that is coming out is that Soludo is planning to demolish the markets on nature. And I don't know how the Biafrans will be silent and watch this happen. I don't know how Anambra people will watch this happen. Soludo has just touched the tail of the tiger, and that problem he's looking for, he is going to get it. When we talk about these politicians, how wicked they are, the wickedness of these politicians are unprecedented. With all the destructions of properties of Igbos across the nation, destroying of the businesses of the Igbos across the nation, and Soludo just volunteered to start that same demolition in Biafra land. While we are encouraging Biafrans to come back home and do your business, come back home and invest, while we are busy encouraging the Biafrans to come back home. But what do you see? What we saw is that the governors in the southeast, Soludo to be precise, have taken upon himself to begin the same destruction that the federal government is doing in other states against Igbos. In other states, they are using burning of markets, they are using direct attack, they are using different kinds of tricks to destroy our businesses across Nigeria. So Soludo has finally taken it upon himself that he will be the one in the front line to destroy the businesses of the Igbos. So wherever you are as an Igbo person, Igbo Biafran, or all the Biafrans across the nation, we must not keep silent and allow this to happen. We must continue to speak and call on the international communities to see through and hear what we are saying. When we say we do not want to be part of Nigeria, what Soludo is doing today is what Nigeria has given birth to. This is what Nigeria has given birth to. In a very sane Biafran land, Biafran nation, this can never happen. This kind of madness, this kind of atrocity can never happen in Biafra land. But it is happening in Nigeria because that is how it is structured to be. Nigeria is structured to fail. Nigeria is structured for destruction. Nigeria is structured to cause misery, failure to people. And that is what they are doing. That is what they are doing. Wherever you are and whatever you are doing as a Biafran, this is the time for us to rise up more. This is time for us to tighten our belts. This is the time for us not to allow any stone unturned. This is no longer a joke. We have to be more serious than we have ever been, because the enemy we are fighting, they are not relenting. They are not going to relax. They are not going to look back. So every hand must be on deck to fight this evil that Soludo has brought in Biafra land. Every one of us, we need to put our heads together to fight this evil that Soludo has brought. It is very, very disappointing. And I thank Chukwu Okokabiawa for the Liberation Army are back on stage. The Liberation Army are back on stage, and Soludo will never go unpunished. And even when Gento was making a speech, he made mention of the action of Soludo in Anambra State. Every single governor in Biafra land have tried this and they failed. But today, you can see Soludo has volunteered himself to be the enemy of the people. From the very time Soludo entered into politics in Nigeria, Soludo has become a thorn on the flesh of his people. Soludo have created different kinds of outfits, just to fight against the Biafran people. There was never any security outfit that Soludo created to protect the people. Soludo never created any security outfits to protect the people, to maintain peace, or to see that things are working. Every security outfit I've created is against the people, to attack the people, to take innocent life, and to destroy innocent life. And we cannot continue to be silent and pretend that all is well. All is not well. All is not well. And it is high time everybody will rise up wherever you are. Whatever you're doing, you must add your voice and continue to speak of this atrocity that Soludo is about to carry out in Anambra State. And the traders in Anambra, whoever called himself the chairman of main market, that is giving Soludo the go-ahead to destroy the market where people are trading in this very difficult time, in this hard time. This is abomination of the highest order. What crime has the people committed? All they're asking is the release of their brother, the release of the leader, the release of a father, the release of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But instead of releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what did they do? What did they do? They go ahead and attack the innocent people who are asking for their freedom. They go ahead and attack the innocent people who are asking for what is right. We will not accept it. It is unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. Soludo must be called out. His time is up. Everybody is Anambra, all the traders, never give up. You must stand your ground, you must remain strong, and you must continue to do your best. You must continue to do your best. This battle is not an easy battle, but we are going to win it. We are definitely going to win the battle. So wherever you are, don't give up. Don't give up. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, no matter the circumstances, no matter the trials, do not give up. Freedom doesn't come cheap. Freedom doesn't come cheap. You can imagine this man is forcing people against their will, even when their police have said that you cannot force people to come out when they do not want to come. You can't force anybody. You do not have that right to force anybody into coming out to do what he or she does not do. It is at their own will to decide what they want. It is the people that will decide what they want. You don't have to decide for him. You don't have to decide. They are asking for the release of a man that was falsely convicted. Mazen Nandekan was falsely convicted. Convicted in November 2025 for no just cause, with a repeat law. It is so sad. And the people who claim to be the representative of the people refuse to do their job. As they refuse to do their job, the people by themselves are demanding for their rights, demanding for their market to be open. Instead of opening the markets, what does Soludo do? Soludo wage war against the people. And today, Soludo is threatening to pull down on the Shaman market. Soludo is planning to level on Shaman market. Umotu, are you people going to be silent and watch? Soludo is just one man. He is just one man. Soludo does not own Anambra State. Soludo is not the owner of Anambra State. He is only a Janjaweed governor that was appointed to run the affair, to run the place for the Janjaweed. And you can see how Soludo is running Nigeria for the Janjaweed. You can see how Soludo is running Nigeria for the Janjaweed. And as Soludo continues to run Nigeria for the Janjaweed, are we going to fold our hand and pretend that all is well? Are we going to pretend that all is well? This is completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. And as Biafrans are resisting, they must continue to resist this evil. Because if you do not resist Soludo, he is going to do more. If you do not release that Seibo, he is going to do more. So it is high time every hand should be on deck. If you have anybody that is in nature as a trader, you must continue to call on them and also pray for them for safety and security. Pray for their safety. Pray for their safety. But nobody must run away out of fear. We cannot run away out of fear. It is our right to be free. It is our right to demand what is rightfully ours. It is our right. Do not allow anybody to cajole you. Do not allow anybody to bamboozle you. Do not allow anybody to confuse you or make you shy away from what is right. Wherever you are today as a Biafra, the time has come for us to take over what belongs to us. And we are going to take it. It doesn't matter what Soludo says. It doesn't matter what he does. We are not cowards. And no Biafra must display cowardice. No Biafra must display cowardice. These criminals, right, left, and center, they continue to claim what they are not. And I believe that the United Kingdom is watching. They are watching. For a long time, everywhere has been calm. Everybody has been calm. There was no problem. There's nobody causing problem anywhere. But what did we see? Seibo came out and began to attack the people. Seibo came out and began to attack the people, and now he is threatening to demolish the entire market where the people are doing their business. How can you demolish a market where Biafrans are doing their businesses? Who gave you such right? What gave you that right to think that you can demolish a market where the people are doing their businesses, a market where the traders are trading? They own the shop. You did not buy the shop for them. You did not give them the shop. They pay their tax. They are not owing you tax. But you are threatening to level the market. You can see Soludo already making plan. That is why Soludo came and began to attack this one. Soludo have a plan of destroying this market. It is not just because of the seat at home. Soludo want to replicate what is happening to the Igbo people across the nation. That is the same plan that Soludo have. You can see Soludo planning already on how to demolish main market. Is it main market that is the assignment that Soludo have in Anambra State? Is main market the development that Soludo will bring to Anambra State? For the past 4 years, what has Soludo done? Why is it that today it is main market that Soludo is focusing on? Planning to destroy the main market. Where are the Anambra people? Where are you people? Where are the Anambarians? Are you going to allow this man to play this card of the Janjaweed? This is the biggest market in West Africa. The biggest market in West Africa. First of all, Soludo have removed the chairman of the market voted by the people, and he imposed on them somebody. And that person that he imposed on the marketers are the one now colliding with Soludo to destroy the main market. When are we going to be free from this manipulation? When are we going to do it? How can we allow this criminal to get away with this? Why would Biafrans allow Soludo to get away with this criminality? The same fate we are facing in the northern part of Nigeria, losing our businesses and destroying the market and demolishing markets. The same thing that is happening in Lagos, the same thing happening in Abuja. That is what Soludo is bringing to Anambra State: demolition and destruction. Demolition and destruction. When Oti renovated the market in Abia State, everybody saw what Oti did. Oti did not attack anybody. Oti did not confront anybody. Oti did not take away market from anybody. But Oti, Governor Oti, renovated area market and made it, gave them road and whatever they did. This idiot have not even able to build road. He has not built road. He's just targeting to destroy the main market. The target of Soludo is to level main market, the assignment that the Janjaweed gave him. The same thing they are doing in the northern part of Nigeria. After leveling it, then you give it to Chinese people. You will rent it out to Chinese. You can imagine. You can imagine what Soludo is planning with his fellow criminals. Where are the Anambarians? Anambra people, are you going to watch this and allow it to happen? Are you people going to allow this evil to happen in Anambra? You see why we are talking about not getting out of Nigeria. When we speak about Nigerian politics, when we say that we don't have representation in Nigeria, some people think it's noise making. Some people think we are entertaining. Some people call us content creator. Continue to call us any name you like. Continue to give us name. By the time Nigeria happened to you, you will understand. If we don't get out of Nigeria, Every one of us is in problem. Very soon they will begin to direct you on how you're going to eat food in your house. They will be directing you on how you're going to sleep with your wife. They will be directing you how you are going to address your children. You can imagine people he gathered there, showing them the structure he want to build in main market. This criminal professor, what has Soludo done in Anambra State for the past 4 years? Tell me. What has Soludo done? Is the main market the only development Soludo can do in Anambra State? What has he done? The only thing he's planning is to destroy the main market, demolish it, build it and own it. At the end of the day, he will become the owner, the landlord. He will become the landlord and begin to rent it out. This is how what to do. Anyone that comes will look for a means to steal. They're looking for a means to steal, to immortalize themselves. He will destroy the main market and then build it and personalize it. It becomes his own property to give it to people. This is land grabbing, property grabbing. For how long are we going to be facing this kind of politicians? For how long? For how long? May Chukwu Okabiyama help us. This is really heartbreaking. And look at a bunch of idiots. Probably he has shared them money. Probably he has promised them, every one of them will have a shop there. Probably he has promised all of them. All these people that gathered here now and they're singing and clapping for him. Probably he has promised them, every one of them will have a plaza. Every one of them will have a plaza in the new market is going to build. In the market. After destroying it, taking the wealth from the people, the market, he will give to these criminals that surround him here. Let us see if Anambra people will allow him to succeed. Let us watch and see if Anambra people will allow this criminal to succeed. This is somebody who called himself a professor. Since he came to Anambra State, it has been destruction upon destruction. Destruction of lives and property. That is the only thing Soludo have focused. That is the only thing Soludo have done since he came to Anambra State. May God have mercy on people. I hope that the Anambra people will never give up. I pray that Anambra people will never give up. They will never submit to this criminal, because this is nothing but a criminal act. And it is absolutely unacceptable. It is absolutely unacceptable. No sensible person will accept it. My fellow Biafrans, let us go to their media and see the information they have in their zoological media. Let us see the information they have there, and then we will come back and see what we can do. Let us see the informations they have in their zoological media. These are a bunch of idiots. When we are talking about these people, that you cannot trust these people. It is not, you can't trust them. You cannot trust any of these criminals that call themselves, give themselves one title or the other. They call themselves governor, they call themselves whatever name title they give themselves. These are a bunch of criminals. Bunch of criminals that I don't know where they are coming out from. And we must not allow this to happen. Anywhere you are as a Biafran, we must remain strong. We must remain strong. And we must continue to speak. We must continue to voice out our opinion. We must continue to make our points at any point in time. Let us go to their news house and hear the information they have in their news, so that we can be able to summarize on this very issue.
their alleged roles in a protest against illegal demolitions, forcible evictions, and land grabbing at the Lagos State House of Assembly. The defendants were charged with 5 counts bordering on conspiracy, conduct likely to cause a breach of the peace, threats, unlawful assembly, obstruction of traffic, and singing abusive songs against the police and the Lagos State government. The charge for singing abusive songs reads, and I quote, "That you, Taiwo Hassan, aka Soweto Dele Frank, male, and others still at large on the 20th day of January 2026 at Ikeja, Allen Avenue, Alausa, and the House of Assembly premises, Lagos, within the aforementioned magisterial district, did sing abusive songs against the police and the Lagos State government with intent to provoke and tarnish the image of the Lagos State government, and thereby committed an offense punishable under Section 57C of the Criminal Law of Lagos State of Nigeria, 2015. Well, Comrade Damiloju, who is an associate of Hassan Soweto, has shared a harrowing account of what Soweto says he endured while in police custody, alleging forced abduction into police custody, and that was before he was beaten by several officers.
Enough is enough. We can continue to have peace. We cannot get any peace where there's no justice. And I was at the court myself today. They were ready to grab me back. This was because of the intervention of the court and also the judgment of comrades and our lawyer in that day. There were more than 50 officers at Yaba Magistrate Court. I was there myself. On top waiting, on top peaceful protests against illegal demolition and wickedness.
Well, of course, we know that both activists have since been released on 200,000 naira bail each, and the case has been adjourned to March 3rd, 2026. The Lagos State Police Command do insist that nobody was harmed throughout the process that we saw with regards to arresting those who were involved in the protests. But these are some of the accounts coming from the activists who are involved. Let me start with you, Aya.
All right, let's actually have Comrade Soweto today, but he had to go to court this morning for his bail, to perfect his bail. So hopefully we'll get to hear from him. But there's a detailed statement by Assistant Executive Director, Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa, Zikora Ibi, that was circulated, was sent yesterday, and it details the harrowing, almost unbelievable experience that Comrade Hassan Soweto endured in the hands of the police. And he actually mentioned very specifically the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State. I say this because in our report of what happened, the Commissioner of Police clearly stated on our channel, that no one was harmed. They didn't fire live bullets, and I asked. They said no. In actual fact, they didn't fire live bullets, but people were harmed. In fact, some people had to go to the hospital. And I think what's concerning is the treatment method by the police. According to these statements, they can come out to refute it or present the outside of the case, but they said that a normal policeman beat him up so badly that they had to introduce a medical professional to want to inject him and give him medication against his consent, and he had to speak out about it and say that if she did, he would report her to a professional organization. These are grave allegations, especially on the back of this concerned fight against police brutality and respect for human rights by the police. It will be very sad to see that we're going back or reversing to the dark days whereby we see police officers resisting the constitutionally guaranteed right to protest by actually harming those who protested. The matter is in court. The court would oversee this matter, but I think very importantly is the focus on how the police engage civilians when it comes to matters of protest. They continue to maintain that they were peaceful. In fact, at the point when the police accosted them, they had asked them to sit down to enjoy some refreshments. And so this is quite sad, and I believe that the police owe Nigeria an explanation. And if there are any erring officers, whether on the orders of authorities high up, there needs to be consequences for that. We must protect the rights of citizens in Nigeria. It must not be a clash between the police and Nigerians. We must not be afraid to go out and protest peacefully as Nigerians.
And Dr. Abati, what are these charges around singing abusive songs? What does this mean?
You can use song as protest. After all, the exemplary thing about film was the use of song as protest. And that is recognized in performance theory. It's artistic freedom. It's also freedom of expression. However, what the charge was saying is that they were using the songs to incite the public and also to tarnish the image of the state government. So nobody is going to charge you for singing. The thing is what that song is likely to do. And then the other issues about conspiracy, the other issue about breach of public peace, the other thing about just discussing disturbance. However, those 5 count charges, they have the right to self-defense. And that is the point made by their counsel and Femi Falana, SAN, who went to court this morning to even enforce their fundamental human rights, to say, look, they have the freedom of assembly and they have the freedom of expression. And it was on that basis that the magistrate had no other option but to grant them, bail. The bail is a temporary relief. It doesn't mean that the matter has ended, so that's why the case has now been adjourned. However, what is important, what many people would expect, is that the basic issue at the bottom of it, the demolition of illegal structures, the expectations of the persons affected in different parts of Lagos, the argument of the Lagos state government, all of this will be the things that the court will inquire into. And at the end of the day, Nigerians will continue, of course, to insist on the right to protest, the right to freedom of assembly, the right to the freedom of expression. On the balance of that scale, the court will then take a decision. But I don't think that they have not committed a crime by demonstrating. They have not committed any crime by protesting. So,
I definitely want your take, yes.
You expecting the police to do better in the protest is like you expecting too much. The police are not cultured and trained to be able to handle protests effectively. We have to teach them. And the police is also very hypocritical. See, this same police, and I look at it and laugh, this same police that came to people like us in the media when they demolished their own police quarters here in Ikoyi, is the same police that is beating and harassing people because they came to protest their own demolition. You can see how they are very hypocritical. They say they sang abusive songs. So it's the song that is paying you for body now. They say the song is inciting. What about the words the politicians sing on the political rally? It's not inciting enough. Is it not here we were that the police commissioner was defending somebody that was saying something denigrating against another tribal group in this country? Yashukudi. So was that not inciting enough? But the police then came out and keep pointing at their hypocrisy. We don't have a normal country. The day we have a normal country, if we buy less of our worst trending, we'll take less stories of worst trending. The country as we speak today is not normal. It's the country for the biggest power, those that are high and mighty, and they subjugate the rest of others. Police, don't worry, keep harassing people. Maybe they will do something to you. You come and meet us, the press, to speak for you. We will speak for you because that's our role. It's not today. In the demolition of property here in Ikoyi, did you come and meet us?
Well, move on to the in the case of what many are feeling is a differential treatment for the high and mighty from the common man. A federal high court sitting in Abuja has granted permission to a former governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, to travel to Saudi Arabia to perform the 2026 Lesser Hajj. Justice Emeka Nwite on Thursday ordered the temporary release of Bello's international passport, which had been in the custody of the court, to enable him undertake the religious exercise. Bello is currently standing trial in an EFCC case over an alleged 80.2 billion naira money laundering and misappropriation charge, which he has denied. The former governor intends to observe the last 10 days of Ramadan in the Holy Land, Saudi Arabia. His previous request to travel for medical reasons had been denied. Now you can only imagine that people on X and various other social media platforms have a lot to say. Let's take some of that feedback. On X, Scood said the craziest part was the fact that this person evaded arrest multiple times, and at one point a siege was laid on him by the EFCC to arrest him, yet the same man was allowed to travel abroad. No sane judge should permit him to travel because he's clearly a flight risk. Well, Ali Wan had a different view. He said whether Yahaya Bello travels is a matter for the court, not public sentiment. If there's no valid court order restricting him, allowing travel isn't a scandal, it's due process. The EFCC should be allowed to do its job, and the courts should handle conditions like that without public misinterpretation or selective outrage.
You see, it just shows the kind of, that's why I say the country is not normal.
The
judge that granted this, same Yahaya Bello that resisted arrest multiple times,
and now you know that your country is not normal.
That Ododo was protecting, that all his arrest, when they tried arresting him, almost led between the fisticuff between the EFCC officials and the police authorities.
He is untouchable.
That were guiding him and Ododo. The same person, is being allowed to go to Hajj. So can the Hajj, is it today?
He won't go Hajj.
Is going to go to Hajj. If he doesn't go to Hajj, will he die? Most newspapers are not reporting it. Have you seen EFCC, the way they tabled what the evidence of transaction in Whitney was saying in court yesterday? You know, people are not reporting. And I don't know why people are not reporting all that is going on.
Why don't go report? You yourself do not report.
Transactions were being made.
What are they choose now?
EFCC's website, EFCC. Criticize you.
I choose the one to go report.
Fight against corruption. You can see we are trying to amplify your story now. See, so while all of this is happening, the judge did not see all the shenanigans in the past. Because this is the same government that is so quick to say we can't give him the Kanu bail because he jumped bail.
Exactly.
Yahaya Bello that resisted arrest, he must go to Hajj this year. Yahaya Bello that's been going to Hajj.
They didn't even allow him to take treatment.
If he doesn't go to this one, nothing will happen. So he must go. So you see the way we keep deceiving ourselves in this country. That's why the truth is very brutal. So if you can give Yahaya Bello back his passport to go to Hajj, if people like Emefiele say they want to go to Jerusalem, will you give them their passport back?
Thank you.
No, you see the kind of country.
If Emefiele don't make you go to Jerusalem,
it's dirty. The hypocrisy is dirty.
Okay. It's a trite point of law that a man is considered innocent until proven guilty.
See this thief.
He has not, former Governor Yahaya Bello has not been classified.
He has
not been convicted.
This man is evil.
And to that extent, he having been granted bail, the court is obliged to continue to respect his fundamental human rights. Number 2 point, bail is granted at the discretion of the court. Now, the reason here is, the only reason it can be taken away is if the court considers the individual a flight risk. Obviously, Justice Emeka Wite does not consider Yahaya Bello a flight risk. However, there are also, safety valves.
This guy is a criminal.
International cooperation with regard to
this guy is a criminal. He knows how to support people.
That even when a person is given the opportunity to travel, then of course, if the person decides to be a flight risk, those safety valves will kick in. If you run away to anywhere in this world, those safety valves will take you back to go and face justice. Or you
look at this man.
You are, depending on
the people that run, how many you bring back?
Extraordinary rendition. International Interpol will get you and take you back to your country, except you don't
Nigeria. He's talking as if he's in a reasonable country.
Have procedures. It is not unusual for a court of law to grant, temporary relief and say, okay, you can travel with your international passport. When you come back, you can return it. The court operates on the basis of procedure, if you like, not on the basis of mob sentiment. I hope that the day will never come. That day will never come when the judiciary in Nigeria will take decisions on the basis of what the mob says. That will be mob justice. The procedure will be followed. And I think in this particular case, just the Court of Justice is following basic procedure, and he has not done anything that is unusual.
This man.
Those are the points in my view.
God forbid.
Kogi State has been a hub of activity. Let's look at what else transpired in Kogi State this week, where youths of the All Progressives Congress APC earlier in the week presented a 100 million naira check to Governor Ahmed Ododo.
Somebody who is accused of 80.2 billion
re-election nomination form.
that the court is following the launch procedure to allow him travel. While Mazin Nandikan was presumed innocent, they refused him bail.
The form affirmed their endorsement of the president for a second
They refused him to take treatment.
In the twist of events, core members serving in Kogi State have accused the state National Youth Service Corps NYSC authorities of allegedly deceiving them into attending the political rally. Babajide tweeted on X and said, absolutely, donating to a political cause is entirely their prerogative and a reflection of democratic choice in Nigeria's vibrant political landscape. That said, it's worth pondering the optics when Kogi State under Governor Usman Ododo faces ongoing challenges like infrastructure gaps and economic pressures, yet resources are channeled toward national endorsements rather than local delivery. Modola also posted and said, when youths crowdfund power for the same system that priced them out of hope, that's not loyalty. That's proof that poverty doesn't just empty pockets, it numbs judgment. All of this just, put aside the fact that there's an ongoing investigation and trial with regards to the abuse of public funds. The argument, well, they may say they're young people, they can donate to whatever cause they want to, but we wonder, these are the questions. And if they had money to donate, should it have gone towards a political cause?
Everyone has the right to determine how they want to spend their money. The most important thing is that it's not done under duress and there are no lies around this, which we have now seen that some people are saying, I was not there, they called me for something else, and what I got over. But let me examine the reason why they said they were bold enough or they were encouraged to give their hard-earned 100 million naira towards the campaign of the president, who said, by the way, during the last campaign, his wife had said, you don't need Nigerians' money. But what they said that he has done very well for the youth. And in fairness to the president, they feel the number of key policies and decisions is made in 2 years that have favored the young people. You can talk about NEL Fund, you can talk about the fact that more people, young Nigerians, have access to tertiary education. You can look at the appointments, his appointments, and see some critical areas where he's involved young people in government. However, the bigger question for the people of Kogi State would be, have their lives been better since this president came into power? Of course, the answer is solely at their discretion and depending on how life has been for them. I tried to look at the statistics for the jump unemployment rate in Kogi State, but unfortunately under the new methodology, it's difficult to really ascertain because if you look at it, it's saying they are doing maybe 3%, 4%, and we all know that it's not 3%, 4% because most of it will fall under the informal sector. How prosperous are the young people in Kogi State? Do they feel that the APC administration has favored them? It's up to them. I'm not here to answer the questions for them. If they feel so, and they decide that because of that, take my money, chop my money, take my money, it's up to them. But the truth at the end of the day is that with all of these supports that is happening for the president, the most important thing is that can the people enjoy the dividends of democracy? That is the best campaign slogan for any leader.
Yes, well, I'm not sure if we should be talking about campaign slogans before campaign has officially been launched by the officials, but here we are. Now to another story where Anthony Joshua has broken his silence for the first time since losing his two best friends in a tragic car accident on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in December last year. In a vlog post across his social media platforms, he shared a touching video where he paid tribute to Shina Gami and Latif Lats Ayodele and thanked all those who have shown him love and support during this time. In a write-up on Instagram, he thanked Lagoon Hospital Ikoyi, Dr. Ogunyokin, Dr. Tosin Majekodumi, and Dr. Nina Lowo for their care. He also thanked his uncles Femi Otedola and Alhaji Aliko Dangote, who he said went above and beyond in offering logistical support. Joshua also appreciated Senator Daisy Danjuma, Honorable Commissioners of Health in Ogun and Lagos States, IGP of Police Kayode Egbetekun, and Commissioners of Police in Lagos and Ogun States. He thanked President Bola Tinubu for commissioning a team to step into his rescue, as well as Governors Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Dapo Abiodun for their personal involvement.
one day my time will come, and I'm not scared either at all. It's actually comforting knowing I've got two brothers on the other side. You know, I've lost people before, but I don't think I've lost people like that, my left and my right, you know. Throughout this journey that I've been on, you know, it's not easy. I don't think I mentioned the love and appreciation. It's all acknowledged by me, by them, by their families. 100% we acknowledged the thousands and maybe going into millions around the world that showed so much love to them both.
Well, a very heartfelt message from Anthony Joshua, and I can't imagine how difficult, you know, this would have been for him. Rufai, I'll come to you because I know you've been consistently very vocal about, you know, the trauma around what Anthony Joshua may be going through.
I mean, grief is still speaking. That's just it. But I'm happy Anthony Joshua was able to come out to verbalize his grief. It's very sad one for him. These are his brothers. And he's thanked all those in authority. But till date, we have a case going on in court as regards the driver. Apart from the driver, the question is, what are the other investigations we need to do? Can we even check the state of the car? Can we even, as despite this, has it improved our accident emergency and response? I would gladly say no. It's the things that we put in is like eating. It's only when you're caught on the expressway you call emergency. Till today, as we speak, the Nigerians have a number to call when there's an emergency on the expressway. Has he improved the state of play of things? Have we had other accidents? Yes, we've had other accidents. The difference is just that it's not affected Anthony Joshua, maybe unknown Nigerian. So, apart from Anthony Joshua, I'm happy he's beginning to get on the bounce. But the most important thing is, have we learned any lesson? We don't learn any lesson, but that's the problem. And that's why the same thing police did in SARS. That's exactly what they were trying to do with these protesters again. So we've not grown since then. And we see a country that doesn't learn lessons 40 years down the line and everything, you begin to become worried for the prospect of that country. Will this country make it through? Will it be able to sail through? Are we not going to come back here and talk about the problems we were talking about 40 years before now? And I think that's the challenge with Nigeria, except something shifts. And why I speak passionately is that I don't see things shifting. I still see people that have access and resources take advantage of every system in this country. And if you have that, you only have countries for the privileged people. A former American president once said, a country that values privilege over virtue will soon lose both the privilege and the virtue. Nigeria has become that country that values privilege over virtue.
Well, we'll still be here fighting the good fight. Very
I understand where the champion is coming from, that his driver should not be prosecuted and all that. I would have loved a situation whereby at least the driver is put on the dock. Because part of the problem we have is these drivers. And questions will be, does he have driver's license? Was he under the influence? What was the condition of the vehicle? Because we need to do something also about these drivers. Have you not seen Nigerian drivers who will tell you that they didn't go to driving school? You will say, I just started driving one day and I became an expert. Anytime you hear that kind of thing, you just feel like, oh, this person wants to commit suicide. He should not carry me along. So something about, the processes.
Question. Second, how did those drivers get the driver's license in the first place?
Well, that is assuming that many of them have driver's license. Some of them drive without licenses. Number two, the owner of that stationary vehicle that caused the accident. Now, in some other parts of the world, if your vehicle has a problem and is on the road, within minutes, it will be moved out of the way where it can cause a problem for other road users. But in Nigeria, in fact, sometimes you find stationary vehicles right in the middle of the road, and there will be no safety consideration. The third point, quickly, is that it is very encouraging to hear, Anthony Joshua commending both the Lagos State government and the Ogun State government, and also the governors of both states and others. Because, in Ogun State, there is this
nonsense. This man will always talk rubbish. I don't like listening to his support for evil all the time. Let us go to another one. Let us see another one. still on the zoological republic and their evil agendas. Let's go
Now
there.
to discuss the non-passage of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill and claims the National Assembly was in the dark about U.S. bombing of terrorist hideouts in Sokoto State. I have Senator Abdul Ningi himself as a lawmaker representing Bauchi Central. Thank you very much for joining us, distinguished Senator. Good to have you on Newsnight.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, this must really come as a surprise to many Nigerians, not a few, that the Senate was kept in the dark, did not have any idea, was not informed by the federal government that the U.S. was actually going to carry out the Christmas Day strikes. Well, what exactly are we to make of this position now that you've taken? And walk us through how ordinarily the process should be.
Well, thank you for this question. First and foremost, we're a nation, an independent nation,
right,
guided by rules and regulations, and of course guided by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which is the ground norm of the country. There is no place in the Constitution that is giving anybody, including the president, any right to ask for foreign power to have a strike into territorial integrity of the country. As far as we are concerned, as far as I'm concerned, that both this matter, that the United Nations, the United States military breach the territorial integrity of this country, and therefore we need an explanation on that. Secondly, even conceding that the federal executive are informed, that is the presidency and his team,
right,
we have a doubt. When the strike took place, the Minister of Information came out with a statement. The Minister of Foreign Affairs also came out with a statement.
Where he said Nigerian authorities were worked hand in hand, they were informed. And they provided intel that the US used in.
And that is the crux of the matter. There is nowhere that the Constitution permits the Federal Executive Council, the President himself, in alliance with a foreign power, to take a hit into Nigeria outside the Nigerian territory. What the presidency ought to have done and ought to agree is that there should be an arrangement of alliance between the American forces and our local forces, and the hit,
your terrorist forces,
and the strike.
Your terrorist forces aligned with US.
What are taking place within the Nigerian territory. And if there is this reasoning that this strike took place on the sea, we also have territorial waters. They can take this hit, we have territorial waters, and even as you are doing that, the National Assembly is not an appendix. And that's why I took time to watch about the issue of Section 4 of the Constitution, which makes the National Assembly a co-partner in governance, a co-partner in responsibility, in accountability. The executive have two elected
co-partner is stealing.
The president and the vice president. The entire membership of the National Assembly, 109, 360, are elected representatives of the people that should be accountable to the people. So if you don't do that on behalf of the nation without carrying the National Assembly, you don't need to carry everybody. But at every given time, when there is that assumption that there should be this, the leadership of the National Assembly must be informed, because the only difference between military and democracy is the existence of the legislature. And that is why, logically, the Constitution, where it says powers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, making the legislature first, the executive second, and the judiciary. So if that does not happen, and everybody takes it as if it is normal, that means you are normalizing, you are rationalizing irrationality, you are normalizing abnormal things, and it continues to send a very clear signal to Nigeria. What happened was a normalcy, and then the president, I am very positive. I'm very positive that the president has a question mark about this. But it's one that, in my opinion.
So now, what exactly does the Senate plan to do? Yes, you have called for the service chiefs to appear before the Senate. Right.
Two things.
What do you plan to do now that this has happened?
Two things in my mind is to inform Nigerians this is an abnormality.
Right.
And if you have any legal defense about what happened, and please bring it forward and say the executive have the powers under the extra rules and regulations under the constitution to do what? To elect Nigerians, this is an abnormal thing. Secondly, to further inform the executive that we are core partners in governance. They don't run the country alone. We run it with them. So therefore, the National Assembly leadership must be briefed before any action and after any action. Why do we need the National Assembly to be briefed? It is because we are representative of over 220 million Nigerians that will take home some of this explanation. But to keep quiet, to sweep it under the carpet, as far as I'm concerned, you are encouraging other more powerful nations to take a hit at Nigeria at their whims and caprices.
Right, and I wonder how the Senate, apart from calling on the service chiefs to come, respond to questions that you're posing to them, how do you plan to fix what you describe as an error? And is this a political position? Really? Are there political undertones to this position? That
there are legal undertones, there are moral undertones, there are political undertones. And if you tell me, as far as I'm concerned, I have a problem with what happened. First of all, the political undertones was there was this assertion allegedly a Christian genocide in Nigeria. And then here we receive a missile off north.
All this is geared to stop United States from taking action. That is why you went to talking. That is why they not push these idiots to talking.
Killing Christians.
Una go
Are
here.
you going to hit Tangata? Are you going to hit Sokoto? So that's the Christian domain. The Muslim domain. What happened at that area? Everybody was killed. That is killed along that corridor. So why don't you take a shot at places where the Christian domination is really serious about showing any example? And I have my reservation. I don't think there's any Christian genocide in Nigeria. My belief is that Nigerians are killed, both Christians and it's a human right matter. Anybody that is killed, whether Christian must pay for the atrocity.
Permit me to put you on hold, distinguished Senator. Let me bring this report and I'd like to get your response to it. Now, the Senate on Thursday called for a thorough investigation into the entire contract and execution agreements of the Abuja, Kaduna, Kano, that's the AKK railway line, 10 years after it began full commercial operation. Now, this follows concerns about the deplorable condition of both the rail line and the attendant poor service delivery by the Nigerian Railway Corporation. And the Senate, therefore, resuscitated its ad hoc committee set up last November, but was hampered by lack of funds to commence the probe of the national asset. Well, Arise correspondent Tom Obasoye tells us more.
One train ride from Abuja to Kaduna last week by Senator Abdul Ningi, who represents Bauchi Central, was only to review the deplorable state of Nigeria's rail transport network, especially the tracks linking the northern corridors coming under the 42. Ningi laments how a journey that should have taken 1 hour at most took over 3.5 hours on a worn-out second-hand train. A Nigerian tragedy. That's how the PDP Bauchi Senator refers to the situation as he recounts how the Abuja-Kaduna train service has diminished in quality from transporting 10,000 passengers daily when it first started to running a single shuttle of less than 1,000 passengers a day. Namely, federal laments how the revenue from the train service has dwindled over time and called on the Senate to treat the issue as a national emergency.
When they knew how they were purchased, what type of the revenues they made, at least 1.7 to 8 billion. That was the intention of this measure. Where is the money?
The Abuja-Kaduna Railway Survey was completed in 2015 as the first phase of the Nigerian Railway Modernization Project constructed by China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation. The Abuja-Kaduna Railway was largely funded by project-tied loans obtained from China. Chairman Senate Committee on Transport, Senator Adamu Alero, backed the motion, calling for concerted effort to fix the eyesore the Abuja-Kaduna Railway has become.
Just 2 months ago, there was derailment that resulted in the damage of about 3 coaches. The ministry had to look for funds and they couldn't get the money.
In his contribution, President of the Senate, Councilor Fabio, questions the entire contract agreement and execution of the rail project and called for a thorough investigation into every single kobo spent.
And why it will take, like he said, 3.5 hours for something that should take 25 minutes to Canada by the modern railway standard. And this one takes 3.5 hours, which means that if you are using a bicycle, you'll get to Canada before the train. If you're a Canada man, or Keke Napep will move faster. Keke Napep will get to Canada. Keke Napep will get to Canada and even return to Abuja before the train gets there. It's a very sad commentary on the Nigerian situation, so you have to do your work.
The Senate subsequently revived its ad hoc committee to investigate the matter. The probe panel, headed by Senator Adams Oshomole, was formally inaugurated at plenary on Thursday and given 6 weeks to complete the assignment. That's why Arise News.
Well, vintage president of the Senate there, Godzilla Fabio. I wonder if the Kemarua can actually go faster than a train between Abuja and Kaduna. But of course, we do understand what he's the point he was trying to make there. I still have Senator Abdul Ningi here on U.S. strikes. The Electoral Act, I'd like to discuss that before we come to the issue of the Abuja-Kaduna Kano rail line. Distinguished Senator, thanks for staying with us. Now, you had this 3-hour today, closed-door meeting to discuss the issue of the Electoral Act. As you are resuming from your holiday, Nigerians expected that you would actually hit the ground running on addressing and passing the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. Is the Senate buying time? Now that you've set up an ad hoc committee, is it a case of buying time?
I don't think
what
so.
exactly is going on? Now you have the reps who are reviewing what they have already deliberated on.
That is the fact of the matter.
Yes.
Because Nigerians are not told the whole story.
What's the whole story?
The whole story is that I'm a member of the electoral committee.
Right.
There is no committee that spent more time than the electoral committee. We started our job as far back as September 2024. September 2024.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. And we have been all around the country. We had more than 5 sessions in Lagos. We had more than 5 sessions in Abuja, including going around the country, particularly the geopolitical issues. And we are collecting data. We are collecting information in forms of public hearing. This thing was done together in consonance with the House of Representatives.
Yes, but they passed theirs in the
I'm coming. They passed theirs. Yes. They passed theirs according to your report, but then now they have opened it. Why we are going to do our one differently is because I know Nigerians are anxious, they are expectant, and their eyes all is on the Electoral Act. And it is our view that whatever is worth doing is worth doing well.
No doubt.
We are going to take this Electoral Act very serious, like never to take any act. We have begun begin to take this letter at line by line. And in every clause, there will be debates. And there has been debate. When we went to the executive session today, we could see that if we are to stay all through today and tomorrow, debating the clauses concerned and arriving at what we want to give Nigeria as the very best form of the electoral act, will take us from sitting down to Monday. So when we think Monday next week, when we know that this is what is happening, you remember when the report was given on Tuesday, senators were told, go home and look at it clause by clause. And we came back, and our committee report highlights the areas that is so germane to a free and fair election. And the representative of the committee, former Senate leader, laid out the areas of concern.
Which areas are those very quickly?
There are very many.
Which ones come to mind readily?
Which one comes to mind readily? You see, when do we start the party primaries? Who are the delegates? Electoral transmission. Where does this stop? Where does this start? Where does this stop? Areas like
these smart people, they don't deserve, we don't have to waste our time listening to these idiots. My fellow Biafrans that are joining us on this program, wherever you are watching from, every one of us have to stay at alert and continue to pray for our brothers and sisters in Biafra land. Soludo is threatening to level main markets. Soludo has been chosen by the Janjaweed. As we speak now, while he is planning to destroy our markets, they are praising him in Abuja. Even some Yorubas are clapping for him. That is what is happening. As Soludo is planning to demolish main market, they are clapping for him for attacking the people. I pray that Biafrans never give up. This is not the time to give up. This is just what happened in Imo State. When they take a criminal and impose on Imo State, they didn't fight back. Today, look at Imo State. Soludo have started this attack on the traders. If they don't fight back, he is not going to stop. This will not end in main market. They are going to extend it to other markets in Anambra State. So wherever you are and you think it's about main market, you better prepare yourself. That is why every household has to come out and join. Everybody must be part of this nonsense. Everybody must be part of it to stop this wicked Hitler. We have been attacked in Lagos. We are attacked in Abuja. We are attacked in the north. And now they have recruited our own governors to attack us in our homeland. Where do they want us to run to? Where are we running to? My fellow Biafran, this is not the time to be afraid. This is not the time to give up. This is the time to fight for what belongs to us. We need to fight for it and get it. This is the time to put up a very strong force. Fight and get it. If you don't, we are going to lose everything. I appreciate everyone that joined us on this quick evening program. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you, and I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect our brothers and sisters in Biafra and the traders in Anambra State. We pray for our supreme leader, Mazin Nandekan. We pray for Mazin Simon Eba. We must continue to be strong and support each other. Never give up. Thank you so much for watching. See you again tomorrow morning, Saturday, by the grace of Chukwu Okike. We'll have our Saturday program tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful night. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
This is from Biafra's Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption.
You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong, but then military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I tortured me, oh. Remember when me tell you say I tortured me, oh. Yeah, I remember that one that called us sabotage. Like a papa nuku, oh them they we boniro. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi samiro. Me tell you what I dey. For we just fall and the rest of man I tell you what I do. Me never give up. Me tell them say
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. I look up to the sky with tears in my eyes for other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, will never be apart. They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them. Our hero, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We bled in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bummed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in our heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm falling here.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a patient people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for me, for the freedom of my unborn child. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright. Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Yeah, put the flag in the air. Never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is.
I'm looking at myself in
We
the
must
mirror.
revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.